What's going on YouTube? You're watching Sick Fix. Today we're going to be talking about the mindset that you need to have in order to quit your addiction. Let's get after it. All right, today we're going to be talking about the mindset on quitting addiction and some of the indicators that you'll see when you're ready. I do want to ask you guys to give me a thumbs up. It helps the YouTube algorithm, and I just know that I'm not a drug specialist or a psychologist of any kind. These are just my opinions, and I'm just here on YouTube to help you guys out. So let's get on to the first one. The first one is the 5 stages of grief. You may have heard of these, but the biggest thing that you need to be on is on acceptance. That's the last one. It goes denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and then acceptance. You have to be able to confidently look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you're an addict. Most of us addicts don't like to admit that we're an addict. I know it's tough. It's really tough to be able to go, yeah, I'm an addict, because it doesn't feel good. But it's a sign that you are ready to quit your addiction. If you've already accepted that you're an addict, it makes it a lot easier to move forward. It makes it a lot easier to put that behind you because you've already accepted it. So, and I know it's not easy, but if you're in the bargaining, stage or the depression stage, you're probably not at that point yet. Now, I don't want to tell anybody that they're not ready to try to get help. You always want to get help. But I also want to make sure that you're successful, and it's not just, like I said, it's not just as easy as waking up one day and saying, I'm going to quit. Now, some people have done that. I won't take anything away. But these are just some indicators that you may notice if you're thinking around one day, man, I don't know if I'm ready to quit, but you look at yourself in the mirror and you've already accepted that you're an addict, then you're probably more likely to succeed when you do go get help and quit your addiction. So that's just a little tidbit. Like I said, I'm not going to take anything away from people who just wake up one day and do quit. I know it's really hard, and I'm not saying it's impossible, but these are just indicators on some things that you can notice that will help you go, yeah, I'm ready to quit, okay? Now, the next thing is finding your rock bottom. Finding your rock bottom is very subjective. My rock bottom is different than your rock bottom, and your rock bottom is different than Sally's rock bottom. Everybody's rock bottom is different. But it also doesn't mean that you have to hit rock bottom to quit. I don't want that to be an indicator. I hate when people say, "Oh, I'm waiting for Sally to hit rock bottom." Well, that's kind of shitty. Now, and to be honest with you, sometimes when people hit rock bottom, they still don't get help. It's like they've hit rock bottom, it's bedrock, it's concrete, and they're still trying to dig deeper. And I've seen that. It's almost like they have a death wish. So I wouldn't put in rock bottom as a indicator that you're ready to turn things around. Now, if you're sitting in the tank in prison and you're going through crazy withdrawals and you're just laying on that slab of bed, that slab of concrete in the jail cell, and you're looking up in the white ceiling and you're sweating bullets and everything, that might be a wake-up call. That to you may be your rock bottom. To me, my rock bottom was going to the hospital twice, being in the hospital bed going, I'm just killing myself. And that light bulb just turned on one time. And you'll experience this, and I hope you do. I hope all of you do. That little light bulb will click in your brain, and you're just gonna basically be thinking to yourself, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I doing this? What is this providing me? And that's that little light bulb that will come off, and that's a great indicator. That you do want to listen to. And I don't even think you really have to listen to that. I think that's just because when I got that little light bulb, it wasn't even a choice really. I just changed. It was just I just made the change. So, but that is an indicator. And like I said, rock bottom is different between everybody. So don't always base your indicator of quitting on hitting rock bottom. Now, I don't want anybody to hit the rock bottom, whatever they choose, whatever that may be for whoever. I don't want that to happen, but like I said, these are just indicators that you may notice when you're sitting around one day and you're trying to think if you're ready to quit or not, okay? Another big one is do not quit your addiction for somebody else. You'll fucking fail. You'll fail because you're not doing it for yourself. If you're not doing it for yourself, you're gonna fail. Just plain and simple. Because it's not gonna mean as much. And if you're doing it for somebody, half the time they probably don't care anyways. And you're looking for that approval from them on your stages of getting clean. And when you don't see those approvals from them, it's gonna make you angry and you're gonna go, why am I doing this? She's not even paying attention. He's not even paying attention to me. I'll just go back to do what I'm doing. And that's a big reason why you should never, ever, ever quit for somebody else. You need to quit for yourself and only you, because it'll give you that sense of pride and accomplishment. So when you make it to the next stage, you're not looking off to somebody else waiting for that approval. And it kind of gets you ready to when you're sober, that confidence building. So don't look towards anybody else but yourself. And I'm telling you, it really makes you feel good when you get to each step. Nobody can take that away from you. If you do it for somebody else and they don't give you that approval, it's basically like they're taking it away from you. So do not ever quit for somebody else. Do it for yourself. Now, once again, I'm not telling you like if you quit and the reason was because of your mom and she was dying of cancer or something like that, there's always exceptions to the rule, of course. So, you know, if you're doing it because your mom's in the hospital and she's proud of you and everything, I understand that, okay? But in a general rule of thumb, you want to do it for yourself. I tried quitting for somebody and it burned me. And I learned the hard way. And I don't want you to learn the hard way. That's why I'm giving you guys this information, is because I want you to learn from my mistakes. I made so many of them. I wasted my 20s fucking with the stupid shit when I could have been out chasing girls and having fun and you know building up my wealth and finding a good job and being an adult and all that good stuff. I was just being a jackass basically. So you're never gonna be ready. Now when I say the mindset to quit, I'm not saying you're gonna be absolutely 100% ready to quit. It's just like when people say, oh, I'm waiting to have a kid. You're never gonna be ready to have a kid. Even if you have all the money in the world and whatnot, that kid is gonna throw you so many curveballs that you're gonna be like, shit, I was not expecting this. I was not expecting that. You're just never, ever, ever gonna be ready. So never tell yourself, well, I'm just not ready yet. I'll know when I'm ready. No, you won't. That moment is never gonna click in your head where you're gonna go, yep, I'm ready. Now that little light bulb thing that I told you might happen where you automatically just change. But you're never just gonna one day wake up and go, I'm ready. Yeah, keep telling yourself that. Nobody's ever ready to quit because or else they wouldn't be an addict. You know what I mean? You're an addict for a reason, you know? Because the shit feels good and you enjoy it. And your brain has been hardwired to like it because you're using that caveman part of your brain. You know, it's a basic survival instinct. You like that pleasure. You like whatever you're giving yourself, and your brain has attached it to it. You know, it likes it. So you're not just gonna wake up one day, especially after waking up as an addict, you're not gonna wake up feeling like shit, going, oh, I'm ready. You're gonna be thinking about your next dose, basically. Now, the little light bulb thing that I mentioned is a little different. That's basically where, to your point, where you just go, I'm done killing myself, I'm done going to jail, I'm done hurting people, and it's not even like it's a subconscious thing. You know, you being ready to quit is you consciously thinking that. The little light bulb is subconscious. It's basically where your brain is basically telling you that you're done, that this is bad, you just need to quit. But you saying you're ready, that's telling your caveman brain, and your caveman brain, like we all know, and what I've told you guys on this channel 100 million times, your caveman brain is really strong. It's generally gonna win. And there's ways around to beating it. You don't wanna face the caveman brain, you know, toe to toe. You're generally gonna lose. So, If you're thinking about, here's another indicator. If you're starting to think about where and how to get help, and you're kind of teetering on that, you know, maybe one week you're thinking about, oh yeah, I heard about that place, I might check it out. And then the next week you're thinking, well, maybe I should give them a call. You're already getting to that stage of getting to the point of taking that dive and quitting and starting your journey of going through the process and getting out of addiction. That's a good sign. If you're constantly thinking about, you know, maybe I should give that company a call, maybe I should think about, you know, trying this clinic down the street, I've heard good things. Your brain has already started turning towards that light bulb of that, hey, I'm kind of ready to quit. Not ready, that subconscious, you know, thinking that you're gonna have to where your body, your subconscious is gonna say, I'm just done. You're already starting to kind of turn that way. So that's a good indicator. If you're already thinking about clinics and how you're going to get that clinic and where it's at and how, you know, who, what, when, and why, and how, and all that, that's good. That's a good indicator. Another one is thinking about your future. If you're starting to think about, man, what am I going to do when I quit this addiction? That's huge. Stop what you're doing. You need to go find some help. Call somebody up. Find help. I've told you guys this 1,000 times. It's okay to take help. I used a ton of help. I would not be here where I am today without all the help that I got from the clinics and the doctors and my parents and family and friends and everything. Now, it is a solo journey, but you can take help. Remember, your addiction is like you running a marathon. It's a solo event. But the more people you have on the sidelines cheering you on, the more likelihood you're going to cross that finish line, because that's going to keep you going. You know, every mile you see a family and friend clapping for you to keep you going, that's going to keep you going. And the only reason I use track stuff is because I was a track athlete, so it's the best thing I can kind of use metaphorically speaking. So, but yeah, if you're looking towards the future, that's a huge indicator. Go find some help. Do it. You know, let's do this. You guys got this. Don't let this addiction beat you up. If you're already getting these little indicators, what you should do right now is stop, Google some clinics and get in and find some help. Get on a maintenance program. Now, I'm not saying you have to get on methadone, because I don't really recommend methadone, but there are tons of options. If there's no maintenance programs out there, call a rehab center. Do it. If you're experiencing some of these indicators, get after it. Don't wait another day. Another day is just another day you're gonna be throwing down the tubes. So that's a big one. You have that, and this is the light bulb. Now I'm gonna finally talk about it. You have that I'm just so fed up moment. And I'll just give you the example. I went into the hospital twice. The second time, both of them were for pancreatitis because I was an alcoholic at one point. And the second time, the doctor came in and she's like, Mike, you're killing yourself. And that ingrained, like somebody had taken a cow branding iron into my brain and branded my brain. I will take that to the grave with me. What she looked like, what she was wearing, what time it was, how did she open the door? Everything about that doctor, when she came in and told me those words, it scared the living shit out of me, because I do have things I want to live for. So for me, dying was the fucking light bulb moment to me. I basically was like, oh shit, okay, I'm not fucking around. They're not fucking around, so I'm not fucking around. And I didn't even think that. It was subconsciously. When I got out of the hospital, I went and found help. I went through the withdrawals. I was done. Now that led me on to other things, because pancreatitis, they gave me pain pills, and so I got hooked on that. But that's a different story. If you want to hear about that, you know, if you want to hear about my story, my whole story, I can tell you guys I'm not ashamed of it at all. If you guys want to hear it, let me know in the comments below and I'll tell you guys my whole story. But anyways, that was my light bulb moment. And like I said, it won't be something that you're gonna go, huh? You're just gonna go get help. It's gonna be automatic for you. It's almost like I don't know, if you ride a bike or riding a skateboard, it's like getting out. If you've ever ridden a bike or ridden a skateboard, it's like getting on that and just doing it. You know, people are going to go, how do you do that? You go, I don't know, I just do it because it's muscle memory, you know? That muscle memory of the light bulb moment is gonna kick on and you're just gonna go find help. You're just gonna, or go into a rehab center, you're gonna quit, or whatever the case may be, you're just gonna do it. So, yeah, I think I went through pretty much all the stages of not stages, all the indicators that you can kind of see that may help you with your quitting. Like I said, nobody's ready for this, and you're not just gonna wake up one day and be ready for it. Now, some people have, like I said, and I don't want to take away from, once again, I do not want to take away from anybody that may not be experiencing any of these indicators and saying, well, I'm not experiencing that, so I'm just gonna keep waiting. No, 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 you should still try and seek help. These are just for people that are on the fence and they don't know yet if they're at that point. That's what these are for. They can listen to me and go, oh, okay, yeah, I have thought about some of these things. Okay, I guess it is time for a change. I'm gonna go get some help. That's what these are for. So anyways, that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. If you like what you heard, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. That helps me get these videos out. If you do not like what you heard, you know, there's a thumbs down button. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.